And she admits it too. She's like, yeah, I did fuck up. We totally could have been fucking. Like, come on, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Oh my god.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. Jesus,
Gotta
you're
do
a
a double
baby.
check.
You
Jesus,
should be
you're a
doing-
baby. Brother, your
Yeah.
wife is the same.
Same
Your to-be
age.
wife
It's
is the same age.
Yeah. Doesn't look good for him either.
Don't be saying you're a baby, bro. That's not gonna... Jesus.
I would throw the fuck out of that thing. You just get into anything. What
Jesus
do you
Christ.
like? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the after show, part 2 of our evaluation of this cringe fest. Okay, if you saw in the last
evaluate cringe. That's always so fucking fun.
Yeah, if you saw in the last part 1, I went over the DMs and the first 40 minutes or so about the video. We're going to be doing part 2 now, and I have my co-host with me, Mr. Zeph. Anything you want to say
Hello,
before
everybody.
we get started, sir?
Don't think that I haven't listened up to this point. I have listened to this whole call. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I like my tea. I like my tea, and this is the tea, to an extent. But
to an extent.
up to this point, it's just really some Grunerisms, if you will, and then not really much. It's kind of a nothing burger, right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of the first 2 hours is a complete nothing burger, but I think a lot of people are using it to show that, like, oh, well, this is how he took advantage of her because she, like, opened up. But at the same time, it's like, there was just the fact that she said, if you approve of my tips, that'll make me feel better. It's like, it just throws out the whole took advantage of me argument.
Yeah, it's like a notice me senpai type shit.
Well, it's not just that, but it's like, hey, if you fuck me, like, I'm gonna feel so much better. And then you fuck the person, and they're like, why did you rape me? It's like, bro, like, what do you mean? Like, you literally said it would make me feel better. Like, it does. It's just, anyways, let's continue on.
Just so you know, Richie, like her ex, seems to think that Tina has proof that the whole sexual assault thing is fake and that and that you're sweeping it under the rug.
So for those of you who saw our Richie's evidence video, we did cover this portion, and this 2-minute portion is on our is on the channel as well as a standalone. We have covered this already, but nothing. I
didn't know you were gonna be hitting me with the good shit right out the gate.
So here's 2 things I have learned and have occurred since that live stream and since that video has dropped. 1, Becky commented on Richie's video and then deleted it. Screenshot right here. 2, I also learned that on January 4th, right? January 4th, a couple of days after, if I'm not mistaken, if I am mistaken, it'll be up on the screen right now. But a couple of days, like a week and a half after the supposed SA took place, she was considering leaving the country and going on a romantic getaway with Richie. Make that make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to somebody who had just been abused.
Right, because you're going to leave the country, go somewhere else that you don't even know the laws there. So if you were to, say, be abused once more, who are you going to call?
Yeah.
Who are you going to call? What, like, you don't even know the laws there.
You can't even call the Ghostbusters at that point.
No. I mean, would you really
want to? That was a bad joke. That was a bad
joke.
But
would you really want to? They're all women at this point.
True. But I mean, we've said at this point, there is no perfect victim. And of course, every victim's going to act differently in their own ways. It's one of those things where, like, this to the surface level looks pretty damning. But of course, her easy response could be, well, I just thought that this would fix things. And I don't know. And, like, she could stammer her way out of this, I'm sure. Because she has the ability to do that.
She could. It's one of those things, yeah, like we've said, there's no perfect victim. Everybody's going to react differently. So that kind of is a blanket cover for them to pretty much, especially with somebody who potentially is doing a false allegation, they can come up with anything. And the defense is, well, how would you react? And I'm not acting the way you think I am. Like, you know, it's the same thing with, like, you find out, like, police will always turn around and be like, oh, well, you're not crying, so obviously you committed the murder. It's like, that's not how that works.
Mhm.
Like, but anyways, let's continue.
It's more circumstantial to add to the mounting evidence of circumstantial evidence. So
yes, it is.
it doesn't hurt anything.
It doesn't. But again, especially for that one person in our comments who called us crackheads and said that we live in our mother's basement because we believe Richie's story. Here's the deal. At this point in time, it's been months and not a single person, not even Becky, has shown any proof to back up her claims. So we hold an open door policy. If you have any proof that backs up what she says, bring it forward. Can't say it enough. Can't say it enough.
And quit projecting your insecurities on us, and provide that evidence, and we'll cover it happily. So
yeah, or get on here the next time we go live. Get on here, debate us on why you think it is that, you know. Let's have a cordial conversation.
Our waiting room is always open, and we've never been against pulling people up to have a good old friendly conversation, even if they disagree.
Yep.
Really care about it, but
he's messaged me multiple times, and I don't respond because it's like, I don't know how many times I've said this, like, I don't want to be involved.
Yeah, you weren't there. You can't say who's right or wrong. And if you say the wrong thing, then you're fucking someone else's life. So why speak on it?
Like, I don't want to go out there and be like, Becky was raped, because I don't know. I don't want to go out there and be like, Becky lied, because I don't know.
Yeah.
And, you know, there is evidence that Richie's been fucking around with drugs and whatever. And there is evidence that Becky lied. Like,
now I will say this on this snippet. I don't know if you saw on this 2-minute clip that we posted today, which would be Monday. Richie did comment and said something along the lines, it'll be up on the screen, I'd like to see this evidence that I have been fucking around with drugs recently.
I was gonna say that.
Because
I was gonna say that on the stream, because let me tell you, I like we've been in, like, he's been in Jester, like he isn't now, like he's currently not in Jester, and like up to whenever this whole thing happened with Becky, the only thing that we knew of him using was weed or edibles. I don't even think he gets like grass. I think he just gets gummies. Like,
and he said he's been 10 years sober up to this point.
Yeah.
So, but then again,
fucking around with hard drugs, I don't know about that. Like, I would love to see the evidence, because as far as I know, just weed.
But then again, I would like to make a big shout out to Misanthropic Man, who in our comments says that he remembers Keem definitely said that he saw the body cam footage of that night. And like we saw in the picture, those cops were not wearing body cam footage. Now we can turn around and say that, hey, Keem was drunk, he's on Adderall, and he's high off of weed as well. Maybe he is just spouting something off, but maybe he meant to say there is evidence that he's been on drugs before. Didn't mean it as in a recent thing. Don't know. But regardless, at this point in time, there is no evidence to support the fact that Richie is currently, there's no evidence to support the fact that Richie has broke his sobriety.
Yeah. So, and other than that, Keemstar trying to be neutral, I don't blame him. That's what any boss figure in this case should try to do. The problem isn't necessarily he's trying to be neutral. The problem is that circumstantial evidence supports that this was not, this assault did not happen, and he is ignoring that circumstantial evidence. That's what it feels like, at least to us, or at least that he is not addressing it or purposely turning the blind eye. Whatever you want to say, that's where our issues come when it comes to this thing, and we understand why he would say something like this. But realistically, there's circumstantial evidence to support one way or the other, and he kind of looking away like, I would say my two biggest issues have always remained the same. First and foremost, she platformed his story and only asked Richie questions. And the second issue is they never gave her the third degree like they did Richie. They never asked her questions. They never questioned her story. They never asked for any proof. They never anything. So I've kept those two issues throughout this entire thing.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to be involved.
Yeah.
And they both try to get me involved, and I'm like, guys, no. You know?
It's better not to touch that at all.
What do you think? It's just insane to me. Like, they're already dating. Why would he drug? I don't fucking know.
I think she's faking it And I don't necessarily think she did it for content. I think the second her house was leaked, she snapped and did the first thing that she could think of, which was that. I think they were experimenting with drugs, and that's why drugging her drink was on her mind, and that's why she said that in the rape thing.
Now, it is entirely possible she got to that level of high where she was incredibly anxious, because if you do smoke and you have anxiety, yes, it does bring it down, but there is just a certain level that you consume that your heart's palpitating, you're sweating, you're like, holy shit, like you're like, is this real life type of deal?
Out.
Yeah, like there. So it's entirely possible. But I think her first statement was the most correct. The house got leaked. She thought, what's the best way to turn this around and be the victim? And that's what she came up with.
That's a good theory.
I don't believe it at all. Personally, at all.
But that's actually a good theory, because I can see Rich. Like, when I met him, I didn't know him as a druggie.
Yeah.
Like, he was totally fine, and then he had a bunch of drinks, and then he was like, got really drunk really fast. I'm like, kind of under control drunk, and I was like, whoa, you know?
Now, in the same comment that he put on this snippet that we uploaded, he also contests this. He also says, how was he out of control? Like, obviously I drank a lot. We were partying with Keem of all people. Like, so he contests the fact that he was out of control while on the camping trip. So
from my understanding from the camping trip, the person who got, like, if you want to say out of hand, was Mr. Sigma. That's because Mr. Sigma he's relatively young, and he drank a lot for the first time. And Richie and him together, they were kind of bouncing off each other and going shot for shot. And it maybe got a little out of hand, but it didn't get to the level that he's insinuating.
But Richie's also a big corn-fed boy.
That's true. Granted, I wasn't there, so I don't. I guess I don't really know the full story. I wasn't there, but from everything I've been told and the story been retold multiple times, it wasn't like
Richie.
Yeah, Richie didn't get out of hand. Nobody got out of hand. Everybody was drunk, but
they were having a good time.
It was fine. There was no ill will. There was nobody who woke up the next day going, they're pissed off or hurt or anything like that. Other than maybe Ken, because it was, a little crazy for his liking.
Yeah, but Richie's like 6-something, 300-ish pounds back then. Like, that's a big boy to be. Like, a couple of shots ain't gonna make him loosey-goosey or something like that. Yeah. Maybe it is, maybe it won't. I guess it all just depends on what you're drinking. But
and just I'd have to imagine that some of this is being like the way he said, I didn't know him as a druggie. And I'm very curious as to what he is being told behind the scenes. Because like nobody else is calling him a druggie.
Well, I think what it is,
for some reason,
is that
Becky and KeemStars are calling him a druggie, and I
think what he means more so is like, I didn't know his personality while he was on drugs, so I wouldn't know what he would be willing to do, like what extent, like what he would do if he was on drugs. It would be the same thing as like, I don't know this person when they were down on their luck doing all this stuff. I only knew them when they had their life together, so I don't know what lengths they'd go to if they were on substance. So I think that's more so what he means, and that's just me being charitable.
It lifted my eyebrow, like,
yeah,
you didn't drink that much. Why are you like that?
But that's the crazy thing, because didn't he just say that he drank a lot, and then turns around and said he didn't drink that much?
He's insinuating like one way or the other.
Yeah, I'm not crazy.
And then he had a bunch of drinks.
Yeah, he had a bunch of drinks, and then turns around and says you didn't drink that much. Like, it can't be both. it can't be both.
That's the confusing part.
That much. Why are you like that?
He didn't drink that much. Why are you like? It doesn't make sense. It's either one or the other, yo.
But then once I started understanding the history of him and the drugs and all that stuff, I was like, I don't know. Could he have done this? So the theory that they were fucking around doing drugs together
makes way more sense.
Makes way more sense. It's a good.
But then that would also mean that you are employing somebody who's willing to experiment with drugs. So could that not also be one of the reasons why she flips out all the time?
That's a good theory.
It's just my thought. But I wasn't there either, so I don't know. I think they're both lying about the situation, at least in some aspects.
Pause it real quick. of course, this is all about Richie and all that. Please, for the love of Christ, we love it whenever we have good conversation like this about this kind of topic. But please check out our live stream where we went over like a lot of the evidence because that gives full context. So
Yeah.
as we're moving away from it, I just want to let everybody know that that is where you're going to get like full context plus more. And this clip is going to be there as well. And we're going to discuss some things. We added a little bit here today, but please, if you're new to this, please go back and go watch our other live stream and get the full context.
We have 3 live streams. The last one we just did, the one where we interviewed Richie after looking at the slightly redacted police report, and then the one that we did when it first broke. So we have 3 separate live streams, or at least 3 separate videos or VODs, live stream and VODs, whichever it might be. But we have at least 3 different hour-long videos covering this.
True. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, like, there's probably no future just because of all the shit that happened. But I wish there was, and you do too. I do. It's so fucking toxic. Like, imagine a different scenario where, like, after you left, you were just like, didn't cause any problems. You know, imagine if you just focused on your own stuff, you were silent. I feel like at some point I'll reach out to you and be like, all right, want to come back? But the whole, like, just making all your content about us and the stuff with Grace, it just makes it like, it just, like, burns even more bridges. You know what I mean? Like, picture there's all these paths back, and every time we're attacked, like, one of those bridges gets burned. Like, that's the way I see it. It, like, makes it so, like, impossible.
The silence is palpable.
Of course. You just broke my heart. I was holding on to at least a little bit of hope. It's okay, I get it. It's for the best.
I see it.
You can't have a fox in the hen house.
No, that's Linxs though.
I just don't even know how that would even, like, manifest. Like, it would be so difficult. Like, okay,
I mean,
picture a scenario in which, like, I brought you back. There would be 5 different people that were like, she leaked my number to Grace.
Yeah.
How the fuck are you letting this person back? Like, see, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's literally impossible.
Especially with the position that she had, where she was supposed to be networking. It's one of those things where it's like you're giving them the keys to the kingdom, and you never know who she might let in. So it's a difficult situation to be in. You have to, like, and then it makes sense as to why later in the call he says, like, if you're good, like, you don't do anything crazy for a couple of months, maybe it's a possibility, but obviously there's contention with that as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you want to mend it where it's like, we're okay with each other, but I'm not back, but, like, I'm there if need be. There's always the fact that you could say that you helped me catch who this person was, and we can pin it on my ex. That you reached out to me because Lord Rush was being pinned, and we figured out it was my ex. I'm just saying.
Ooh, that's very self-incriminating.
It is, but see,
because there's no, like, I don't know, like, I suppose that the only reason why she would be even willing to say that would be is if she has substantial evidence to prove that it's one way or the other, or vindictive and just going, I'd like to pin it on him because why not?
But see, the thing is, it's like she's still on that, like, I want to be a part of this in some way, shape, or form. Like, I'm still holding on. Like, maybe we can be like something in the background. Maybe there's a way, but like, maybe like it's very desperate to be a part of the community again. And she already, like, said, you know, that she has a terrible fear of being alone. And people who often have that fear also have this need to be accepted by a community, by a group. I mean, as humans, we're pack animals. Like we want our own community, whether it's our family, whether it's our friends, whatever. We want a unit to be a part of. Camaraderie is what we seek most of the time. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like I said in the last video, on one hand, you can turn around and say she wanted it so much. She just wanted some approval so much she was willing to do anything to get it. But on the other hand, you can say, well, he should have recognized that and should have realized that that's like through the desperation is the reason why she, got all naked on cam and shit. So it's either or. It's one of those things where it's like, this is a very gray area, and it's more so about the context around when it happens that should determine that you should make a determination on, at least in my opinion.
Right.
Saying no
All right,
pressure.
my kiddo's
just
crying, so just pause it real quick.
Yeah.
And then I'll just be right back.
You're good. And we're back.
Think about it, because that would be fucking. First of all, it would give you a win, because right now everyone's like, oh, Keemstar is a piece of shit, blah, blah. And I know you don't care about your image, but to have a little.
Now that's some bullshit.
I was gonna say, like, I was talking with some of the Jester boys today, and they're like, well, does he even really care? And I'm like, no, I do think he cares to an extent. Like, this is definitely something that's like pretty embarrassing. Like, the thing is if you ever watch him on Lolcow, you realize that he doesn't really talk about his sex life without proper context. Like, it's very particular things that he'll say.
I think everybody, if you have a response outside of I don't care, you care. Like, that's just the bottom line. You may not care a lot, but of course it depends on the person, right? Because it's like, for us or for Linxs, we're small fries. But let's say Mr. Beast came out and was like, yeah, Keem's a piece of shit. He's definitely going to care, because that's going to go to millions of people. So it's not necessary. It's the amount he cares determines on how far of a reach you have. And I think that's anybody.
Also, there is more evidence to suggest that he does care, because he's made multiple attempts to try to not fan the flames, but to try to change the discussion topic by doing various things.
And downplay it.
Night one, he unbanned Twiggy, and then the next day he had such a successful stream on Aussie with Rastov that he got rebanned, because that was the goal, is to get $2,000 or something like that, and he's rebanned. And then we had he added a main VC chat back when after the division, still there, surprisingly. And he also unbanned S1K, so which was a big one. So
He's
lots of things that he's trying to do to just get away from it.
Yep, distance himself from it. Yeah, it's absolutely what it is. I mean, he's banned people just for criticizing him before, so it's like he obviously cares. Like, it's everybody to a degree will care, and it really does depend on like the reach you have, which will determine how much somebody's gonna give a shit.
Bit of positivity because then moving forward, I'd be like, listen, I hate LCU, whatever, but Keem did help me out, so I'm done talking about it. I'm ready to move on. Like, I have my closure. He helped me close this chapter in my life. And then it could kind of be like amicable, and we don't have to fight anymore. And like, I don't know, that would be cool. Plus, I love pinning things on him, because there's a lot that he did. There's so much that he did. It's insane.
Now, if you remember in the first, she did say that like he's being investigated for CP and all that, right? So the fact that she said is colluding here to potentially frame him for stuff without solid evidence. If she tries to take this to the whole, like to court or anything, and is like, oh, he raped me, that, there's this, we have this evidence, she says she has a doctor's note later on in the video in the call that a doctor had signed off on, like, if you ever need to go to court or anything, like, this is my evaluation, like shows signs of rape and all that. So that is one thing. But stating that I like pinning things on him, that is audio that can be played in court. I don't know the Canadian justice system, but that's not good. You shoot yourself in the foot with stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
you never know how it'll play.
It's walking yourself off a cliff. I mean, you gave yourself the cliff and then you're walking off of it.
Yeah, because if I was the defense attorney, I would turn around and say, "See, she's saying she likes to pin stuff on him. She could have done that to herself." And then made this story, like, you know, like it's it's one of those things where it's like, look, shut the fuck up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Like,
it's not like this video is private either. This video is public.
And more, a good amount of people have clipped it and reacted to it. So
hold that thought. I'm gonna pee, grab another White Claw, and I'll be back.
Okay.
I think I may have an idea.
Okay.
So we're gonna skip to where he comes back.
I wonder what kind of an idea that was.
This is where he offers the be good for a couple of months.
This might be where me and you disagree.
Thought I was never.
Might be.
Dude, I went to go piss and I thought I was never gonna fucking stop pissing. Good
Oh
lord.
my god.
Bro, those drunken pees, bro. Oh my god. I know that feeling. You're just there like, come on, stop, turn off, turn out. Like, you lose like 10 pounds just taking a whiz.
That drink. You're gonna have to run on a campaign.
A campaign?
A campaign of goodwill for a very long time. It's gonna take a long time. You've been running a negative campaign for what? How long? Like 3 months? 2 months?
I think it's been like 2 months, yeah. To be fair, I don't do that much lolcow content anymore. I normally just do paint streams every day.
Yeah, but the interactions with Grace are like fucking insanity.
Well, I won't be interacting with her. Like I said, I left stream yesterday because I brought her on.
What?
Now, there is a glaring issue with that idea. The foundation in which she built after leaving the LCU is fuck the LCU. So her core audience is anti-LCU. So if she runs positive LCU campaign, she's going to lose a lot of her supporters. They're going to turn around and say, he got you, he flipped you. Obviously, it doesn't look like that's something she's going to do. But if that's something she bid on, you're trading a solid thing for shaky waters, you know, especially when you can be fired at any notice.
And Keemstar has a similar issue because he has an anti-Linxs perspective currently. And even whenever this first came out, the first video where he acknowledged it, there was at least 3 or 4 donos where he was like, "Can we get unbanned because we were in her we were in her Discord server or we were associated with her? Can we get unbanned, please?" It goes both ways. Both of them have essentially walked to the edge and said, "Fuck you," and turned away. But now they're trying to turn back, and that's not how that works.
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some hassle there if that was to have occurred. But just like with Becky, just like with everybody who, it's not going to be that big of a wave. At least for him. For her, it's one of those things where if it did occur, she got her job back and then she lost it. Like, you're not going to get those subscribers back. You're not going to get those viewers back because you marketed yourself as one thing, went back on that, and then they're just not going to be there. Which is why it's always good to just be yourself, be how it is, you know, like we do, have our core audience, and we appreciate you guys.
Explain that to me.
Yeah,
what's
absolutely.
That story?
So they were talking about the Lalo Grace situation, and I left the stream because they had Grace come up, and then they brought that Hormaxer dude up, and I left the stream. I said, I'm not interacting with this, and then I left the stream. The stream ended up getting deleted, but it was on Ava's channel. They had to delete it because Hormaxer said some...
Who the fuck is Ava?
Ava is one of the, like, Thor detractor people.
Okay. So where does Grace even stream now?
She got misunderstood and kickback, so
Oh, she got kickback.
yeah, as of today, I think, or yesterday.
And she got the YouTube channel misunderstood back?
Yeah, she got both her channels back and remonetized, Thorpe TV and Misunderstood.
There's no way.
I swear to God.
And it's
Pause
funny.
real quick.
Go for it.
So, if you are new to this detractor space, as I like to call it, there's been a small war between Grace Thorpe and Keemstar because Grace Thorpe likes to talk trash on Keemstar, and Keemstar likes to essentially wall up on her channels like a little mallet, like a gopher game, like Pop Goes the Weasel. Yeah, he's the one with the mallet, and he's demonetizing her channels. Now, granted, I will say he has never publicly admitted that he is the source of why she got demonetized.
Yeah,
but it's heavily implied.
It's out there now, though, because he admits it in his call. But it's still funny that in the beginning of the call, like within the first 10 minutes, he's like, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but as, you know, one of the most powerful men in the entertainment industry, he's like, bro, her freaking channels were down for like less than a week, and then she got them back. How powerful can you really be? Like, I'm sorry. I went on a little diatribe over that, but it's just cringe, bro. It's cringe. That would be like us sitting here and being like, as the authority on the LCU. It's like, bro, that's just gay. That's just stupid. I'm sorry.
We ain't shit, bro.
We ain't shit. We know we ain't shit. We just do this. We have fun. Like, come on. It's just dumb. It's like, yeah, I'm so powerful. It's like, okay. Like I said in the last video, get George Clooney on LCU then. If you're that powerful, you know, go get Samuel L. Jackson. Mr. Powerful.
Well, you try to get Tiger King, you see how well that worked.
Yeah, but Tiger King ain't even a celebrity. He was hot shit like what, 4 years ago or something like that? Like 2-3 years ago?
Bro, could you imagine if he was trying to do that mid-pandemic? Ooh,
that would have been.
He might have had something.
He might have been. Yeah, he might have had something, but nah.
You know how like this is just popped into my brain. We brought up the pandemic. Could you imagine how well Lolcow Live probably would have done had they
during the
started
pandemic? Oh yeah.
Oh
probably
my
would have
God.
been great. Probably would have been great.
That's wild. Well, they might have to go.
They should just.
They might have to go. Like you're the one holding the sniper rifle at
For
the window.
real.
What?
I need him taken out. Clean shot. But you hear it in his voice. He's like, well.
Like he wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting that. He literally thought he was walking away from the explosion at the end of the movie.
Ban on everything. I don't know how they keep like.
I will say this though, she absolutely 100% should be permabanned from Twitch or from Kick for that fucking kerfuffle. But Kick enjoys having pedophiles on their channel, on their system, so obviously they're safe because of Ben
Weaseling through it
somehow.
Yeah, I really don't get that.
But as of it's for sure.
You don't get that because you used the wrong reasons as to why she should be there. You should have just stuck with, in my personal opinion, harassment. Should have just stuck with harassment and shown the fact, not doxing or any of this stuff. And you also shouldn't have turned around and on LCL say that they got arrested, because if you watched her stream, they literally were let go without incident.
They didn't get arrested.
They didn't get arrested. They didn't even get a ticket or a warning or anything. Like,
it was entertaining.
It was
entertaining because they were trying to hassle the police a little bit because they were trying to play. They were trying to play that sovereign, almost like that sovereign citizen card.
Yeah, Ben was. Yeah, I would.
I was so like you could tell. I was so hoping he was going to hit them with the. Well, I'm not driving. I'm traveling.
Yeah,
and he would be the motherfucker to do that.
He's a fucking Karen.
100% Kick was the last 28 hours that she got it back.
Yeah.
48 hours. I mean, not 28.
It's crazy. I can't believe they would even be able to do that.
And now that she no longer is the single proprietor of Misunderstood, it's going to be even harder to get it demonetized.
Yep.
So
I'm looking it up now. Yeah, that's wild.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought this shit was banned.
You want to know what's equally wild?
Hmm.
That apparently, for those of you that have been paying attention to Queens, you already know this, but Keem has essentially, or not Keem, Becky has essentially accused Tina of being the one that invited slash told the Thorpes slash told them to come via a voice note that is under contention because Tina is saying that it's AI. As of right now, which is 10:30, yeah, 10:30. The episode's over. I didn't get to watch the conclusion, so at this point, I may be wrong, and she may have already had to admit that the voice recording was AI, or maybe Tina had to admit that it was real. But if that's the case, then Tina's been playing both sides.
Considering Becky was the one reaching out to Linxs asking if it was greener, I totally see them making a fake AI just to put it into the script. Like, I totally see that.
I agree. I think,
yeah,
because Tina, because the part that I did get to watch, there were some inconsistencies with the voice notes, but I don't have the core material, so I can't compare it. But apparently, Michael was going to record it, or not record it, but compare contrast. Granted, this is Queens.
Yeah,
It's all under Michael,
it's
all under
scripted.
Kid Behind the Camera. So it could be all scripted, and that could have been a fabrication entirely. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because, I don't know. This is what sucks about Queens. Is like you can't use anything that's said in it
anything
as like 100% evidence. Like I want to, but then when you start thinking about it, you're like, oh well, she could just been saying that. Like fuck.
Yeah, everything on Queens at this point in time, I just write off as fake and scripted because their scripts already got leaked. So I don't care how many times Mike wants to say, oh, they're show notes. Well, if they're show notes, why do they tell the people, the hosts, what to say? That's not show notes. That's a script.
Why did they get it back?
I guess she was able to appeal it and prove that the reason for them taking it down was false.
Yep.
Is what she told her Discord. That it was false reported.
All I said is I shot a text over. I'm like, hey, this person's like planning on like going on private property and do all this crazy shit. That's literally all I said.
Yeah.
And they got dinged left and right.
And I'm sure there was other people complaining too, because they should not be on the internet.
What other gossip? What else is going on?
I don't know, there's just so much. So much has happened. My brain is a mess right now. I didn't think you'd ever talk to me again, so I'm just very appreciative that you at least gave me the time of day to heal a bit of myself, because when you came in that
You little retard, you're glowing. You're fucking glowing.
See, that goes back to the whole, I'm glad that you gave me the time of day to heal a little part of me. Like, it's inviting. It's
you little retard, you're glowing.
Listen, I've said this before, like, you should never have your happiness be reliant on somebody else, even if it's your significant other. You should be able to be comfortable enough with yourself by yourself. Otherwise, if your significant other is no longer there or goes on a trip or whatever the fuck happens, you're just sad, moody, and depressed. Nobody wants to be like that. But this is what I'm saying. She makes these little remarks that it's like, thank you for healing a part of me. Like, it's like, what portion of this is being, like, she's literally thanking him for giving her the time of day and says that it's healing her. Like, it's difficult to try and like give her the benefit of the doubt here and say, oh yeah, taking advantage. So it's like,
can see it all over you. You fucking.
when you came in stream to check on me, when I ended stream, I immediately started bawling because I was like, oh, he cares. And then I thought you would continue to text me or like reach out or something. And when nothing happened, I don't know. I genuinely love you. Like, I wish you would just see that I love you and that this whole thing sucks.
I know you do. And it's likewise, but, you know what I mean? But, you know.
I just showed you my boobies and you're gonna friend zone me? Wow. No, just
that. You didn't show me the rest. You didn't show me the important part.
So that portion right there, I just showed you my boobies and you're gonna friend zone me, JK. Like that's such a I mean, you know, if you want to fuck, just kidding. Unless, like that's literally what it comes off as. Like that's how it comes off, bro. It's flirting and it's not subtle either. Like, bro, this is what I'm saying. Like taking an advantage of, I think it's an incredible gray area because you can, again, like I said, you could say he should have been the responsible one. But at the same time, if you're going to place accountability, you have to place it on both ends. Which is why I say,
I'll say this is the part where earlier I said like we're going to disagree. It looks like we're more in the same spot than I thought. I think, I don't care that he's a gooner. I laugh at it because it's so cringy, and when I'm laughing at her, it's just because like it is kind of like this notice me senpai, like this. And the thought that just popped in my head is like, this sounds like what Asher's wish you could always say.
I was legitimately saying that.
This sounds like if Asher's could say all the things that she wants to say, she would.
Oh, but no. She would be like, I would throat the fuck out of that thing. You just get into anything.
Jesus
what do you
Christ.
like? You know for a fact, bro. Like,
but the more egregious thing that I find to be the smoking gun or the problem of all this is his power and his insinuation of, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you. That's where I think the biggest issue is. I don't really care that he's a gooner, but it's the power dynamic and the reward for doing one or the other. That's where I think there's an issue. But there's no HR, so they can't.
Well, even if there was claims. HR, she's not a part of the company.
Right. She's not a part of the company anymore. And they're also in two different countries. So there is no legal proceeding between both of them. And I don't think, maybe civilly? Not even? I don't.
Because you can't there's no international civil court, only criminal. So as far as I know.
It's all net negative. And then this just shows that like, he'll abuse, I wouldn't say abuse, just kind of use his power as an advantage against in a situation like this. So,
but the thing is what power?
That's the most egregious.
It breaks down to what power. Oh, fuck me, or I'm gonna take your channel down. Like,
I will say, in the stream where she originally revealed all this, her what she was saying was she felt pressured, or that she felt like she would be angry.
She felt, but that's the thing. I felt like he would be angry. Yes, but it's like. I felt like he would be angry. Okay, he gets angry. Then what? Stops talking to you.
Right. Right. So it comes down to a dynamic of like feelings, and that's why this is like a more, you know, we laughed earlier and said there's no perfect victim. There really isn't. In this case, this is like this victim is saying she feels a type of way, and we can't necessarily. There's no opinion. There is no factual information to support one way or the other because it's all feelings. It's all feelings.
See, I would understand power if they were in the same room while this occurred, right? Because then it's like I was scared I would scare us to make him angry because I wanted to leave. So, you know, if they were in the same room or even within the same state.
Yeah,
like that would be different. I could understand that. But like the power dynamic here, a lot of people want to point out what power dynamic. Okay, yes, he is an established creator. He's a multimillionaire. Could he attack her channel? Sure. But as we just saw, he attacked a channel for some good reason, right? But but they got it back within like a week. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, Yeah, and Grace isn't this big fucking streamer. She doesn't have fucking connections or anything. She literally just barely even started on Kick, and she was still able to appeal it and get it back. So it's like, what the only real power dynamic here is the fact that Linxs wants back, and they both were brainstorming on ways to get her back. Now, I haven't listened to the remainder of this call, but I'm going to have to not necessarily be devil's advocate, but I'm going to have to give pushback on the whole, well, if you do this for me, then you'll get your job back. Because I don't see, and I have yet to see any clip or hear any clip of him specifically stating that or insinuating it, because all of this conversation, this plotting on how to get her job back happens almost an hour before the sexy talk starts. Like the real sexy talk starts. So it's one of those things where it's like, is it a real insinuation? Had he talked about it after all of that stuff, would you still be saying the same thing? So it's...
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Are you asking?
Fuck it, run it.
Are you asking to see the rest of my naked body? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what...
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I swear to God, you better not be recording or some shit.
I'm not.
So mad.
And another thing, a lot of people are saying, oh, she was drunk. Okay, but she still had the wherewithal to start recording. She still had the cognitive ability to start recording. And her turning around and wanting to say, oh, this was never supposed to be content. So were you gonna flick the bean to this later? Like, what the fuck? Like, what was the purpose of recording?
What was the purpose?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'm not spending 4 hours recording a phone call and not turning it, or not without the intention of turning it into something, unless it was just like in the back. Like, I'm having this phone call, it's really important, like a business call or something, you know? So it's like that.
She's living up to the name, Leaky Links.
Yeah.
Leaky Link.
Yeah.
Bro, this would end both of us if I was recording. I would never be able to show my face on the internet.
That turned out to be false.
I'm so glad I don't have a camera on this PC.
I'm sure there is some age-old adage about, you know, a spear on both sides being used as a weapon against truly one of them instead.
Yeah, double-edged sword.
Is that what you want to see? Hold on.
Bitch, run it.
I sent it in this chat.
Is that what you want to see? Like,
Bro, why the pictures?
What
I want to
pictures?
see it real time.
It's a video. Click on it. Dummy.
Okay, alright. Alright, okay.
Oh.
Okay, girl.
That
she's eating up the attention,
I'm gonna
bro.
wake up and think this is
not that. It's just his response. It's like if my fiance says something like that, I'm not gonna be like, okay, girl, like I'm your gay best friend, bro. Like
For real, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what his. I don't know if he's just like trying to hold it back or if he's like just genuinely not
It doesn't
impressed
want to
and he's
come off
trying
as
to be
thirsty. I imagine that's what it is. Doesn't want to come off as thirsty. Because that ain't his main bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Supposedly his wife was right there, and apparently she knew all of this.
She was in the bedroom at this point in time. But yeah, she did know about this because Linxs literally asked, do you and Brantley want to see them, in reference to her tits? And he goes and asks her. So
right,
it's like...
Oh
I
boy.
want to see it real time, though. That's way more important.
No, not right now. I've been a mess.
Bushy. It's bushy. It's bushy.
It's not bushy, no. It's not bushy.
Prove it.
Can you at least say please?
No.
You just want me to prove it's not bushy? I'm always as clean shaven as I can be. It's not bushy. Not bushy. No bush.
No. Around. Turn around.
What do you mean turn around? You want to see
Turn
my
around.
ass?
Yes, of course.
That's what you want to see?
And down. Down. Down to bend down. Bend over, bend down.
Shut up.
Bro.
Oh
Bro,
my
this
God.
actress is not following any of the directions. She has been disqualified.
It's fucking flirting, bro. It's sexy time talk. Like, if you take out all context out of this, right? Like, or not context, take all history between the two of them, you think you're listening to a couple getting it on.
Yeah.
You close your eyes, remove the fact that you know who these people are and their history. You're hearing a couple getting it on in VC. Like, that's what you hear. I'm sorry. Argument, like I've said, arguments could be made both ways. It's just, to me, she was looking and seeking attention from specifically one person, as she said multiple times throughout this call, and she got it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not paid enough for all that.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh my God. What a
I'm
crazy
gonna
turn of
bully you
events.
for this though. Next time you get online, I'm like, bro, I seen your kitty.
Oh my God. If I wake up in the morning and like this is all just a bait to, I'm gonna kill myself. I swear to God.
Okay, first of all, I would not do that to you.
Okay. I'm
You
just
know
saying.
me well enough. Like, I would not do that. Do you imagine if I went to Loco Live and I was like, yeah, so I talked to Linxs, she showed me her box, yeah. Like, do you think I would ever in a million trillion years do that? No.
I don't, but just in case. I need
No, but it would have been really funny. It would have been really funny.
I mean, it didn't stop
like,
him. Didn't stop him from
just-
the foodie booty box.
No, it didn't. But listen, if he just like cold open, just like, all right, guys, I saw Linx's box. Like,
Yeah.
that would have been like, I don't know, that
Chat would have
the
gone
draws on the
crazy.
floor, like,
Mhm.
that's a funnier way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you leaked it, I'd be like, bro, they got a Keemstar AI. I would never. I'd be like, bro,
And
that
because he
would not
said
be
that in this
ever.
call, he purely cannot use that excuse.
Yep.
deep fake.
It's kind of like whenever he goes when he's doing these tryouts right now, he's like, "Don't say the name of the show that you want to try to pitch to me because somebody's gonna steal it."
Yeah. Well,
Like,
it's the,
don't give him the ammo. And like, he gave himself the ammo and then he took it right away.
Well, it's like the same thing as like the Pokemon. They don't want submissions because they don't ever want to find themselves in a lawsuit, you know? So yeah.
Not real. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Poor Brantley, I was trying to get her to check out the box, and she's asleep.
She can see it when she wakes up. You got a video too.
That's true.
See, that's what I'm saying. She can see you have a video, share it with her. Like, I'm sorry. You can say a million times she's drunk. He is too. Plus, he's on Adderall and smoking weed. Like, this is just two people who got some sexual tension. Like, that's literally what it is.
Where did it
wants
come
him.
from? What, like, where, like, is this purely
they're
because
super
she's
close.
single and she's just like carrot on the stick, like she knows what she's worth? Like,
Well,
that's the
it's
thing that came
because
out of this so strange to me, is that it was just like,
it was a
came out of
mentorship
nowhere.
type of deal, because she admires him and he admires her, like her quick ability to like do all this crazy shit. Like, he was trying to mold her into a mini him, and like a lot, like, teacher student relationship, not that young. We're talking college here, okay? Teacher's aide, teacher student, like that type of deal. Like, that's how this type of stuff forms. Like, we're talking again, college, you motherfuckers. But it's like, I can understand why. You work multiple hours with somebody, you have an admiration for them, stuff starts to build, and on top of it, Brantley's okay with it, so he's much more willing to start moving those lines, and she was in a bad relationship. She was looking for positive attention. Like, it's a recipe for it. I get it. But at the same time, they both wanted it. Like, you can say drunk, this, all that, and the third, but
True. That is true.
I think I will make something in the defense of Linxs,
yeah.
because I'm noticing something here. The original stream was titled "Keemstar Took Advantage of Me."
Yep.
Have proof.
And then she changed
This
it.
whole call, yes, look, during the stream, which fucked up my viewing experience because it made my whole stream refresh. She changed it to "I don't even know why," and as we can see now, per base this new video, it's not called Keemstar taking advantage of me. It's Keemstar caught being a perv for 3 straight hours, glazed donuts and mermaids. So I do think that she kind of overplayed her hand.
Oh yeah.
And then she definitely, I think she either privately or to herself realized that she needs to walk it back.
Well, the reason she changed the stream title is because so many people were turning around and going, "Why are you making it sound like he raped you?"
I think even Nicholas Diorio was one of the first people to like publicly tweet and say, "Hey, what are you talking about?"
Oh, he put quotes on it because it was on r/YouTube drama, and dude, Grace was in the comments basically begging him to like believe the story, and his response was, "I'll check it out. Like, stop. Like, go away. go shoo bitch." Like, listen, if there's one person you don't want reviewing your allegations if they're not true, it's Diorio and Chud Logic, because them motherfuckers will tear it apart.
Did Chud go over this?
No, neither has Diorio. Diorio said that he
said he was going to, but I don't think
he said he was going to on Friday, but then in the comments he said, "I'll check it out in a few days." He probably got hit up in the DMs from Keem and was like, "Yeah, if you could not do that." But again, Diorio makes his own waves, so you never know. He might get to it on a slow day. But with the whole like iDubbbz Ethan Klein shit going on, he's making bank off of that right now. So
you can't deny.
You fucked up. Do you realize that we live an hour away from? Do you know how bad you fucked up?
Keem's the prize. Never forget.
What about that hot girl summer?
Hour away from each other? Is that what he was about to say?
No, that's what he said. Where she lives in Canada and where he lives in Buffalo, they're an hour away from each other.
I didn't think they were that close.
Well, he has to know where she lives in order to have sent her the PC.
Well, I knew, yeah, obviously, but I didn't realize that the distance between him and her was that close. That's crazy.
Could be an hour flight. He could mean an hour flight.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You have and you're single. You fucked up.
What are you implying, Mr. Keem?
I'm implying that you fucked up. Bro, I have a fucking party house. I'm an hour away from you. Like,
yeah.
I make content, I make money, and I party. That's what I do. And you're single. You fucked up.
At least you're admitting it.
I didn't fuck up in being single, but you're right. I fucked up.
And she admits it too. She's like, "Yeah, I did fuck up. We totally could have been fucking." Like, come on, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. You're right. You guys could have been passing me around. Like, come on. You listen. For the stans in the audience, I understand why you're saying this. And if you default to the fact, well, oh, she has fetal alcohol syndrome. So does that mean that anybody with a mental disability shouldn't be in a relationship? Does that mean people with Down syndrome should only date people with Down syndrome? Does that mean that people who are short should only date people who are short? Like, that's obviously not a mental disability.
Listen, I have said this to multiple people about Ashers, and I'll say this about Linxs. You make your own situations. Do not blame your disability, because all you're doing is making it look for everybody else. Because yes, there's room for error, and maybe you don't have the same cognitive dissonance to think about things, but you also are making videos. You're competent enough to live relatively on your own. You're able to take the thing is like take care of yourself as well as take care of your elderly grandfather. And you're competent to be in relationships. You're competent to make content online. You're competent to form relationships and conversations online with people that aren't in a sexual or very personal relationship.
Well, the grandfather one is the biggest one.
You have the ability to do everything else, but you're telling me that you're going to use your fetal alcohol syndrome, or people are not her, but people are trying to use the fetal alcohol syndrome as an excuse as to this is taken advantage of. No.
There's a reason why people who have been clinically cited as criminally insane, or who do the reason of insanity defense and get granted it, they don't just get let back on the street. They go to a medical prison. They still get convicted. They don't just go, oh, you were crazy, that's why you killed a family of 4. You rascal, you get on out of here. Like, that's not how it works.
There was somebody in the local Discord called the N8 who literally has a caretaker because he was on TikTok liking, responding, and duetting to young girls.
Yep. And he had a mental disability.
He has a legitimate mental disability, and he has a caretaker. So if you're going to cite that you have a mental disability, please get a caretaker and make sure they put parental guidelines on your phone to where you can't send nudie pictures.
Well, that's the thing. You can't on one hand be like, oh, I legally am retarded. On the other hand, I am the primary caregiver of my grandparent. Again, don't know what the laws are over in good old, Moose Land. But here in the States, if you're legally retarded, I don't see them saying, oh yeah, take care of this person. Most likely they'd put them in a facility. And
I don't think Linxs is necessarily citing her fetal alcohol syndrome. I think she uses that as like a joke to call herself retarded. I think other people are trying to use that.
Oh, no. She said that because of her fetal alcohol syndrome, she is legally retarded. She has said that on stream.
But is she? I know, that's what I'm saying. Is she used that as like a oh haha, I'm actually legally retarded, ha ha ha.
No. She cites it in this. Yes.
She's citing it for this.
She cited it for this in her first stream. Because they asked her, somebody asked in chat,
please.
Somebody asked her in chat, like, oh, how did he take advantage of you? And she was like, I'm 21. I don't understand that. It was the first time I drank. Well, that's on you. I have fetal alcohol syndrome. It's like all of those things should probably are they a detriment to your health and a detriment to your diminished capacity? Absolutely. But like I said in the last video, if that is going to be if that's going to be your blanket statement as to why he took advantage of you, that also means that Deluminate took advantage of you, and any future relationship you have, they can also be accused of taking advantage of you, no matter how good that relationship is.
That tells me I'm staying out of your DMs. That tells me I'm staying out of your DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she agrees.
We have a big annual 4th of July party. I think you might be in good graces by then.
Oh shit, July?
Not anymore.
It's not far.
4th of July.
See, that's funny because
the last 4th of July party.
Had all this not happened, or at least the leak, and she just showed up at his 4th of July party, that'd be highly entertaining. I'd be like, oh shit, where'd the fuck Linxs come from? You know, that'd be very, good content. But because we have this, like you said, I don't think that's gonna happen now.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
I could make myself a good girl for that long, maybe.
Come on now. Come on now.
You lasted 12 hours, however long you took to sleep.
No. I'm talking about what she just said. I could make myself a good girl for that long.
I know, but she only lasted for 8 hours, so however long she slept, and then she went back to her old ways.
She woke up and saw her analytics. That's what happened.
Good girl went bad.
This whole thing that I made in December, whatever it was, my stupid ass decided to go on stream and be like, I'm gonna make all these shows and it's gonna run around the clock and da 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 da. Well, after my stupid ass said that, I had to do it.
You didn't have to.
Wait, stop right there. The man, he admits it himself. He admitted that it's a stupid idea.
Yeah. It wouldn't have been a dumb idea if he didn't just pick a bunch of random ass people on there who have never been content creators.
The amount of times in private, and I think even on here, we've gone, yeah, the whole 24-hour thing is kind of dumb. And the man just admitted himself.
Yeah.
It's dumb. Oh, I've never felt so vindicated.
But he defends it tooth and nail. You don't know entertainment. I know entertainment. I'm Keemstar. And he's like, yeah, that was really stupid of me.
I like how he says, my stupid ass said that on stream.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Do you regret it?
No.
It's smart
but
not
I
to.
think
It
my
still got you a
ego
lot of good
is
characters.
driving me to do like literally the most impossible shit ever because it was so impossible.
Yeah.
You backstab me.
It definitely wasn't impossible. You just picked a lot of the wrong people.
Fucking Becky's
You moved way fast. Like somebody suggested shows to you, and you're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
Like it could have brought the entire brand down, but we had a great week. There's so many fucking challenges, so many people that I had to like let go and move people around, and like I'm only in April. I launched this fucking thing, Linxs. I launched this in December, and it was like impossible to do. And I am only 2 shows away from being 24 hours.
3.
Those shows that are like failing, that like you should throw away, are all making like 10K a month. They're close to getting like that 15K a month where it's like a real show, you know? Like, it's all coming to fruition. It's insane. I got fucking... when I go into Walmart, people aren't like Drama or Keemstar anymore. They're like, oh my god, I'll watch you on Long Call Live. Like, it's so insane to me.
Pause real quick. I do want to say something. I do notice a lot of people not really understanding the format or why he's doing this. It's very similar to a death of 1,000 cuts. It is money by 1,000 cuts because you look at these shows, even the small ones like Test, making $200, $500 every day, and you're like, that's not very much. That's not as much as Lookout Live. You have to understand that's $200 every day. That's $200 times 30 days, or I guess take out 4 days out of. Yeah, you're making $6,000. Like that's. You have to understand that these shows that are doing like it's like I said, death by 1,000 cuts. They're still making a lot of money. You're just not thinking about the big picture. These shows are being relatively successful, even if they quote unquote suck. So
smart money makes money.
Big this is gone.
It's just a matter of getting him to settle it long term and get a long term system set up, and he might be golden
with competent
people. We got to get there first. Yeah, we got to get there first.
3 different girls that know him from Locale Live. They don't even know that he has like 1 million sub channel.
Oh my god.
They have no idea.
That's actually crazy.
Motherfuckers popping pussy off of fucking Locale Queens.
I mean, I was seeing a little bit of Fat Camp, and that like blonde chick, he definitely was getting with her. He definitely, the way that he was touching her and she was okay with it, I could see it.
What blonde chick?
The one that kind of looks like a mom.
Oh, you're talking about Savage? No.
No, not Savage.
No.
The other one. I've
Wonder
never
Woman?
met her. She wasn't around. Wonder Woman, maybe? Is that her?
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't. No.
It seemed
No,
like
he
he
wouldn't.
did. He was very touchy.
Yeah, maybe he was 40 and drunk or whatever,
Yeah.
but like, he would never put his dick in someone that old.
He never put his dick in someone that old. That's not helpful. Not with the cases people trying to bring against the boy. He would never fuck somebody as old as 40. Oh my god, no.
Man, that sure doesn't help his character. Yeah,
Doesn't help his
it
case.
took me a second to realize what you were saying. And I'm like, oh fuck, yeah. No,
Yeah. Essentially says
Yeah.
he likes him younger than that. Like,
Oof.
doesn't help.
Hey, you want to know, like, little, like, funny, like, little tea is, when I was breaking up with Brock, Bale, whatever you want to call him, I had told him, I was honest about the fact that, like, he had never made me come, and I've never seen a look of betrayal on someone's face more than his. Like, it was...
That's how you kill a man right there. That's how you kill a man.
It's filmed. It's true, though. It's true.
Just so you don't have like disappointment for your entire life, Yeah, it takes like someone that's like gonna take that shit serious and that's gonna go for the goal. Like there's a lot of levers that need to be pulled. The average guy don't know this shit.
There's a couple knobs you gotta
It
twist.
appears they don't.
And they never will.
Did you know
Yes,
that he
what?
was like pimping me out too?
What?
He like
That's a
so he was a
claim.
cuck, so he wanted me to like sleep with other men and record it so he could watch. Which I was fine with like the open relationship, but like he would get very pushy if I didn't do it often. And finally like when I stopped, like when I was like, I think it was 3 guys that I did it with, and I told him like I literally cannot. Christian just texted me.
I think that's Psycho
Fake
Mom's
Lord Rush,
kid.
the real one, doesn't have an underscore at the end of his name. Seriously though, what is wrong with people? Just so you know.
You mean to tell me your cuck boyfriend
Yeah.
had you out there
Yeah.
taking some stranger dick?
Yeah. And if I didn't do it, he would beat me. And it, like, there was no one around me in my real life other than my grandfather, and what am I gonna do? Tell my grandfather? Then he's gonna
Are
get
you
beat
retarded?
too.
Are you actually like a dumb fucking retard?
Keem, I know you say that I could have went to you, but like I tried to, but I could just never get the time of day, and
Bro,
it wasn't
if
your
you would've
issue.
If you would have told me you were in this weird situation, I would have fixed it.
I was terrified. I was crying myself to sleep every night. I was scared.
I don't
I've
like
been
how
with
he
this dude-
says that, like he's some type of boogeyman, like he can just control somebody like that.
I think it was
I would
more
have,
so in
I
the
would have
sense
fixed
of.
it.
I think it was more so in the sense of I could have given you money to get away. Like I'm going to be charitable here because if I was in, let's say I had the money to help somebody
can see
get
it both-
out of a
yeah, I guess-
situation. Yeah.
See it both ways. It's on one hand, it sounds like he's being a boogeyman, like I would have fixed this,
Yeah.
and then there's like I would have took care of you. I feel like if that's what he implied, he should have said I would have took care of you if that was the case or something like that, or just different verbiage.
Yeah.
I think, but
yeah. It would have got reversed in a week though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the way he says it is definitely going to be a point of contention for the way it's up to someone's interpretation there.
Dude, for 5 years, it wasn't easy to leave. Especially with him living 2 streets behind me. I had to go to the police and get a fucking restraining order because when I was...
Well, wait, first. Did you like the strange dick?
It was better than his, but I didn't like doing it. Like, I didn't like that I was forced to do it, but...
Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and be like, you know, oh, this girl's trauma dumping and he's asking this wild, outlandish question. I'm sorry, but personally, I don't know how to deal with people's shit. Like if someone starts trauma dumping on me, my first impression is going to be not, oh no, you poor, terrible, no. Like people eventually are going to get upset with that. Like they're not going to want to hear poor you. They're not going to want to get pity. At least for me, I know me. So my thing is going to be, let's try and lighten the mood and make a joke. It might not land. It might be in poor taste, but like, that's the way I look at it. Because I don't really see him being over here like, oh yeah, you like that strange dick, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's more so hold up.
It didn't sound like that. It didn't.
It sounded like
you said,
like he was trying to be funny with it, or like hold on, real quick. Did you like it though? Like you know, like it was way in poor taste, but I think it was just meant to lighten the mood. Again, my interpretation of it, because in that situation, it's like, what do you say? Oh, I'm so sorry. And you just keep saying, I'm sorry. Oh, that's terrible over and over and over again. Like it's going to get old.
I mean, it sounds like two, and it sounds like almost like a cliche, but it sounds like two drunk people or two drunk platonic friends that have had tensions before or like unrecognized tensions. And they're just feeling the waters and they're having a heart-to-heart conversation because they're both drunk. Now, granted,
yeah,
her you know, her drunkenness could be debated purely because, you know, there's just so many things that essentially fall into the lap of this situation. But if you've ever been like drunk and having a conversation with somebody, not like blackout drunk, but if you're having a heart to heart with somebody, whether it be platonic, your partner, your best friend, whatever, you're gonna say some pretty wild shit, and you're gonna be completely honest, because guess what? That filter that you have normally when
It's
you're in a social
gone.
setting is
Yep.
gone. It's gone. It's out the window. You left that at home, as far as you're
Mhm.
concerned. Now, in this case, there's a little bit of sexual tension, so they're talking
Mhm.
about some sexual shit. This could be, he could be talking and making jokes like this about another topic completely, but in this case, it's because, you know, those sexual tensions. He's going in over there, man.
And yeah, it's not a rice gum moment of, oh, you were raped, but did you like it? Like, it's not that.
No, yeah,
opinion.
that's no. It's definitely a like he's not entirely sure how to continue on, and he's like, well, did you like that, Dick? Did you like the stranger, Dick?
Yeah, it's
Like-
it's more of a icebreaker, tension breaker, in my opinion. That's the way I look at it. And that might be a hot take. You might disagree. You might be like, "Oh, you're a rapist because of that." You know what? It is what it is. Your words don't hurt me.
I don't see how that would make you a rapist, and I don't see how that would make you a sexual abuser, because nothing we're talking about just makes us sound worse.
Well, hey, I don't see how I'm a druggie who lives in my mom's basement for defending Richie, but some people
you know what?
think it.
Fair. You know what? Fair. I completely forgot about that comment. Yeah.
You know what's funny is when not to get too far off, but basically in our Richie stream, there was a loser who was just commenting all this outlandish shit. He was basically saying Richie is guilty, blah blah blah. Anyways, he also said, like, if you defend Richie, essentially what he said is, if you defend Richie, then you're just a druggie and you live in your mom's basement. And I responded with, like, well, if that's the case, then I could easily just turn around and say, well, you're defending Becky, so that means that you're somebody who would lie about sexual assault. See how it works? I could easily turn the tables. Like, when you there's no, like, fixated point in your argument, it could very easily just be turned on you.
I didn't mind.
The irony of that whole thing, the irony in that whole thing is, like, we have 100%, even we turned off the stream, and I joked and I said, if we have to make a stream where we turn around, we have to essentially walk all this back, I would be so pissed.
I would be mad too,
because we're genuinely giving benefit of a doubt to somebody who maybe doesn't necessarily deserve it.
Yeah,
because we know them, we've talked to them, we've met them, and we've talked to Becky, so we're giving them the benefit of doubt as well. But if we had to walk everything back, I said I'd be pissed.
I'd be mad
like,
too.
It's not a, oh, Richie is an innocent guy and he's like, I'm not coming out saying he's 100% innocent. I'm saying everything points to him being innocent.
Yep. But
show me evidence of something else.
Let's be realistic. If she had evidence, Becky ain't the type of person who wouldn't flaunt that shit. Like, let's be real.
Exactly. There's just so much evidence supporting otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Whole other video.
Brantley once.
Go watch that stream.
We're being open. Brantley once, like, forced me to, like, fuck some girl, and she, like, watched or whatever because she was in her period. I hate it. I did not like it.
Really? Being watched or
not.
just at another girl?
I just felt like a piece of meat.
That's fair. So then when you got
And see, he's identifying with her here too, but, like, I do get, like, ugh. That's kind of maybe something
I'm
you take to the
laughing
grave.
because it sounds so strange for somebody like Keemstar to say.
Yeah,
I felt like a piece of meat.
Especially when he treats his employees.
guys do you
For
invite
real.
the girl there and then, like, you both get involved?
Yeah, we have threesomes all the time, but I don't know. It's just like sometimes it's off and sometimes it's great, you know?
Yeah, it depends
It's
on the
like hit or miss.
person and the situation and the vibes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
feel that.
Threesomes are awesome, but
It was the same.
you
for
just
me.
need the right people.
I truly, truly love Brantley. Like she's like my soulmate, you know?
Mhm.
And like I never ever wanted to get in another relationship again. I wanted 2 girlfriends. Like that was my mission. And then she like stole my heart and then fucked me up. But she likes girls, so like we fuck around or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's fun and whatnot, but it's like I don't know. Like it's fun, but like the best sex is just me and her. You know? It's like if you're drunk, you're partying, no one's worrying about the best sex and you're just fucking around, like, yeah, threesomes, way.
and this tracks.
Yeah.
That does track with what he says online and on live as well, because that's one of the things that he had to like essentially like really step against. Was people kept saying, "Oh, you're in an open relationship. It's okay."
Yeah.
It's not an open relationship. It's a we both like girls type of thing. Where, and he even just said like the best sex is with me and just her.
Right.
That's not an open relationship. That's a I don't really know how to describe it, but it's not an open relationship.
Well, if you enjoy threesomes more than you enjoy sex with your partner, then you're not happy. Like that's just the bottom line. You're not happy.
Yeah, I feel that. I never really had good sex with him, but I do, like, I'm more the type of person where I want to be with my partner and only my partner, and, like, if we're having fun exploring it,
I want to pause real quick. 5 years? That's shameful. That is shameful. Listen. If we ain't getting along in that chemistry, why?
Well, considering what she's accusing him of.
I understand what she's accusing him of, but like personally, like 5 years, like no, there's got to be that spark to lead to the flame.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I said. Like, I don't see anything wrong with breaking up with somebody simply because you're not sexually satisfied, if they are not willing to make changes. Now, I'm not saying they got to take it in the ass every single night. What I'm saying is, like, if it's not good and they're just there like, nah, you could just do it. Nah, just do it. Like, then it's like, okay, no. Nobody wants a limp fish.
There has to be passion with the love. It's not just lay there and take it. It's you know what I mean? It's like, it's hard. It sounds terrible when you say it that way, but like
you have to have passion. That's just the bottom line. There has to be passion.
There has to be the spark to lead to a flame. It can't just be nothing. It can't just be. It can't just be a flamethrower where you're dousing the whole thing with whatever you got. There has to be both. There has to be both.
Yep, give and take.
A while thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how often you could do it, but I don't think I could do it that often.
Say between me and Brantley, we fuck around like, I don't know, once, twice a month. Like, it's not crazy, you know?
That's not what I was expecting.
Well, it's another contradiction because he said we have threesomes all the time, and now he's saying it's only once or twice a month. So.
I suppose when he says threesomes all the time, he's meaning like when we're doing stuff in the once or twice a month, it's a threesome, which
maybe
it doesn't really
track.
make sense.
It doesn't track.
They're kind of two parallel statements. They don't really make sense. They don't really go together.
Like someone else, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But most of the time, we're just fucking each other, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, that's
most
fair.
of the time, we're just fucking each other. So which is it? You're having threesomes all the time, or you're just fucking each other? You got to pick a lane, Keemstar. Come on now.
It's like on one hand he wants to boister about how crazy he gets, but on the other hand he's like, but I love her. So it's like
simp.
Hey, if you don't simp for your partner,
girls coming over tomorrow.
Exactly, bro.
Like, we may not, but I'll tell you what. Regardless if that happens or not, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna drink. We're gonna drive side by sides, drunk as shit through the woods on the trails. We're gonna be down there playing pool. We're gonna be laughing. We're gonna be having fun. We're gonna be living life. You know, it's like you get caught up in the whole like fucking the like sex aspect of it, and it's like you lose your it sounds like you weren't having fun. You know what I mean?
No,
it
not
sounds
at
like
all.
it was such.
it sounds like you weren't having fun while you were being raped.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, most of the time it's not fun for the other person. Yeah, no.
9 out of 10 people enjoy gang rape, you know?
Yeah.
Like, bro. Now again,
and that one person, they're generally a freak, let me tell you.
No, they're the one being raped. 9 out of 10 people. Again, caveat here. He's drunk as fuck. So, like
I will say this popped in my head.
Yeah.
I don't think Keemstar's gonna die of old age. I think there's gonna be one day where he's gonna get drunk as shit and he's gonna drive his side by side through those woods that he keeps talking about. He's
crazy.
gonna slam into a tree.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not, but
It should be fun. it should be like fucked
Keeps
up.
talking
and,
about it like he does it all the time.
Yeah, fuck me, like type of shit. Like, you know, like who cares if it's good or bad or whatever? Like, I'm having fun. You know, it seems like you were doing a chore, which would be horrible. There's no way that's going to be a good experience.
After we broke up, I had went to the doctor and I got a pap smear done for the first time, and he like was ready to call the police right then and there and like do a rape kit on me because I was just that like I had so many. I mean, I'm fine now and I've been on the ointment and it's all healed up, but I had so many micro tears and like just clear sign that I had been sexually assaulted that he actually wrote this like domestic abuse forum paper thing that I guess doctors can write. And he's like, if you ever need to go forward with this with the police, here's like my exam paper for you. And like just hearing that fucked me up.
That is crazy.
Explain that again. What? I'm lost.
Okay, so when you get raped, sometimes you'll get like tears in your vagina, like little like.
So you're saying you weren't wet?
I was not wet. No, I was not wet at all. Never when we had sex ever.
Oh.
Yeah, it was terrible. I would essentially role play being raped because it would get him to come super fast every time we had sex. It was bad.
You are
Is it really role play then?
the smartest.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Although
Jesus.
it does suck, and that's an unfortunate thing, you know, condolences and all that. The unfortunate part about that, though, is that because she says that they were role playing, that's something a defense can use. That it was role play.
Yeah.
So that's an unfortunate situation there. It sucks. Condolences and everything.
And my brain wants to go to bail, but Hale, however you want to say your name, brother. Lubrication, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
well, it's just a bad relationship overall.
Yeah, like why? First of all, let's not get into the weeds.
It's funny though because it's a woman, so she felt she was owed.
I have so many questions. I know myself, and I know that if my partner isn't happy, that I'm not going to be happy.
Right, you can't get off.
And then furthermore, I can tell when their body isn't liking something. So how can't you? Like I said, let's not get into the weeds of it. That's a whole other thing.
Hormones.
yeah. Somebody's been watching too much Keffels.
Yeah, it's again, like we said, right? People make jokes during tough moments because what else can you say other than my condolences? Like it's unfortunate. Heart goes out and everything. You know, if all of this is true, like. That definitely sucks, but she's in, you know, and I said in the first video, she's putting on healthy weight. She seems happier, glowing, all that type of shit. So good for her.
Dumbest motherfucker I have ever met. You are retarded. You are so dumb.
I know.
Do you know how dumb you are? Like, thank God you're single now and you can see like, oh my God, I am an actual retard.
Yeah. Looking back, like, this is why I feel so disgusted and, like, I can't even look at myself in the mirror, like, just thinking about it. I'm like, how was I so stupid? How did this happen? Like, I don't know why I stayed for as long as I did, and I don't know why I let that happen to myself. I just feel so stupid.
What's he doing now? What's this retard doing now?
He's living back at home with mommy and daddy. Still
Is she naturally afraid of...
Oh, connection going down. What was that?
Oh, I said, she was like, I don't really know why I stayed, and I was being I put on my therapist hat for a moment. I said because humans are naturally afraid of change.
Yeah, and not only that, but like I had previously said, you know, sometimes you get just beaten down so much to the point that you think that's all you deserve. You know, so. That can happen too.
So I didn't lose out on much.
Wait, who are the guys? Was this like Tinder bullshit?
One of them. and then 2 of them was his friends.
Oof. Discord is having some issues here real quick. Mine at least
Yes, it is. That whole like sentence that you just said was robotic. I was just nodding like I understood what you were saying because I was like, if we can salvage this, we're gonna salvage it.
Yeah, we could do a little cut here for a second. It's going up and down.
Yeah.
Oh God. Have you fucked anyone since you've been single?
No. I haven't.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would put that on hold for a very, very long time.
I just got, what's the word? Like, I just went for a pap smear again to make sure everything was healed. I think 2 days ago.
I don't know what it is.
A pap smear.
How do you not know what a pap smear is, bro?
What?
Like at 40 something, you don't know what a pap smear is? Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know like the technical, like the in detail, like what they're swabbing for, but like I know what the basics are.
Yeah.
Is when they look at your vagina and they make sure you don't have cancer and stuff. And when he was looking, he noticed that I had signs of being raped. So that's why he asked me if I was being raped, and I explained him the situation. And he gave me like this ointment that I used every day, and it basically just helped it clear up faster. And it was like little micro tears, so like little paper cuts in my vagina essentially from like having
if
sex.
You can see my face right now. I'm making like a gross face.
I'm sorry. TMI, I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, this
Hear
all
about
sounds
it. Like not. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. Like everybody's gonna make a kind of like, oh, like ow, like, that sucks. Like.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone's
that's
gonna.
a natural response.
It's a natural response to be. It's not that you're disgusted with the person; you're disgusted with the act.
Yeah,
like that's literally what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah,
it sounds like it sucks. Like I'm not a girl. It sounds like it sucks. I know what a regular paper cut does to me on my hands. I get them all the time because of where I work. I can't imagine having it somewhere so sensitive. That would suck.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, condolences. It's an unfortunate thing. I mean, I understand why they made the movie Teeth now, you know, like
Jesus. Yeah.
You know, they actually have like anti-rape shit where you're basically
I'm gonna stop you right there. I haven't seen the movie. I have no idea what the movie is. But you said the movie Teeth, and I got an idea in my head, and I'm thinking of a vagina with teeth. Okay,
that's literally what it is. Yeah.
I don't. Ow!
I was gonna say parallel to that, they actually make like anti-rape devices, which is essentially essentially putting a bear trap in your hoo-ha.
Ow! Yeah, no. Bro, if I lived in a place where I had to I gotta put a bear trap in my fiance's cooch, I'm moving, bro. I'm moving.
You live in America.
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's a weird Ohio state. Let me tell you.
Maybe that's why you're a dumb cunt.
I mean, yes, I have to be responsible for my own actions, but if you only understood the amount of brain...
Pause,
yeah,
please, for the love of Christ.
I know.
Hold on, pause. Hold on, stop. Please double check to make sure you're recording. This is a great recording. I don't want to be muted for this.
You're not. You're good. Everything's
All
good.
Right,
it's just Discord. But I thought you were stopping because she said I have to be responsible for my own actions, because that just nullifies everything.
It does. I mean, it's 100% true.
It nullifies everything.
Listen, Linxs. I know you're probably going to watch this because you like watching our content, and I appreciate you watching. I will say that if there's any form of a device that I could give you, is don't say things like, well, I have fetal alcohol syndrome, and then say something like this. Because then it just shows that you are fully capable of taking responsibility for your own actions, which, in my personal opinion, I think you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then don't play the blame game. Just be an adult and just man up. Woman up, whatever you want to call it.
You thought you had a silver bullet, turns out you had a Nerf bullet. I mean,
yep,
it's entertaining. It's entertaining, but it ain't what you thought it was.
This guy put me through. Like, it's crazy. You know that he, like...
I will say, this is a great expose video on her ex. I know she did a multi-hour live stream or something like that on him, but there's way more evidence. There's way more evidence here against, like, to make an exposed video on him than there is on Keem.
He would say to my face, like, oh, you work so hard. And then there's, like, videos of him, and I exposed it, where he's, like, calling me a disability, like, bum, and that, like, he hopes I get raped on the street, because that's all I'm good for, is being a sex object, and, like, that's the only reason he stayed with me, and, like, all this crazy shit. Like, it's...
Now remember, he used to be a she. Don't put this on us. Don't put this on the male gender, okay? She installed that shit, okay? Don't put this on the male gender.
You got some weird fantasies, bro. You got some weird shit going on if you're going from she to he, and that's how you're treating your former fellow women. Jesus Christ.
It's just crazy, man. And I'm not saying
maybe that's a base take, but holy fuck.
I'm not saying this like any transgenders in the audience. I don't know, you guys. We don't hate you. It's just all of you, all of the people, leftist, right wing, whatever the fuck you are, transgender, non-transgender, you all take it to the fucking extreme sometimes. And you let the crazies on TV. Like, that's what it is. But then again, I imagine
that's the crazy thing.
It wouldn't, they wouldn't be entertaining.
I've heard some pretty crazy transgender people out there. That's crazy. But this is the first time I'm hearing of like a transgender that's like, yeah, you know what? I have a rape fantasy.
As a woman too.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
There is like statistics of women who have been assaulted who then like are only able to get off, or like it's a form of taking back power.
Well, I get
the
that.
perpetrator.
The transitioning part.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the transitioning part.
That's
it's
what
like
I'm saying.
That's a new aspect of it for me. Like I'm like, what?
This is like taking got diddled so does diddling to a whole new level. Like it's like, yes, doctor, install the penis. I want to be the rapee now, or the rapist.
Like if Justin Bieber turned around and started having diddy parties.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hot take. Get upset in the comments. I get it.
Fucking disgusting.
I don't know how to get upset in the comments.
True. I saw value.
Because we're not being all like, oh no, poor baby, all this other shit. We're making jokes.
Doing you way before I seen your fucking butthole.
It was the downfall of Dave Chappelle. It'll be the downfall of us.
Yeah.
You couldn't drop that line any other way.
You really couldn't. Good job. That was a good one. Oh my god.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. Jesus, you're
do
a
a double
baby.
check.
Jesus,
you're a baby. Brother, your wife is the same
age.
Your to-be wife
is
the same age.
Yeah. Doesn't look good for him either.
Don't be saying you're a baby, bro. That's not gonna... Jesus.
It doesn't help your case.
right now, Linxs.
Talk about robbing the cradle.
Spawn camping.
Focusing on you. Get your mental health good. Focus on the situation with the eviction, all this other bullshit. Yeah, stay single for a while.
I'm staying single for a while, but eventually I want to know what a good fuck is like when you're not being forced. If you know what I mean.
Fair. It's fair. I don't blame you on that one.
No.
Are you flirting with me right now?
No. I'm just saying in a general sense.
Come on now.
Why do you want me?
So it's not flirting. So it's not flirting.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she walks it back real quick.
Want me to be flirting with you? Right?
Do you want me to be flirting with you right now? Because I can't. Like, come on. No, I'm not flirting with you. I just showed you my titties is all. Like, no, I don't want to fuck you. I'm just naked in your bed. Like, come on.
Needing Captain Obvious over here.
Yeah.
So I saw a flinch in your face. You son of a bitch. She will stay away from this Keem cock right now.
Oh my god!
I wonder if he has a name for it.
You just called it the Keem cock.
Yeah, but I'm talking like Mr. McMahon style, where this is Brock Lesnar and this is The Rock. Like,
You think that's how he pipes down, Brantley? He's just like, yeah, you're taking this Keem cock right now.
The crispy Keem. Come over here and get
Do you think at
glazed.
some point? So before I started laughing, do you think at some point when he was drunk, do you think he realized like, shit, I've been flirting and having sexual experiences with a sexual assault victim?
No, because it's like it goes back to the whole being retarded, Down syndrome, all that shit. It's like, can a sexual assault victim not enjoy sex? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes back to that.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at some point, do you think he went like,
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: he's a little too comfortable for it to be his the first.
You know what?
The first time, yeah, he's a little too
right.
He's a little too comfortable for this to be the first not the first victim, but like it's a hard.
I knew you didn't like Keem, but Jesus, I didn't know you were going to imply that.
No, not like that. It's hard. I'm trying to find the way to word it. It's like it's way too comfortable for this to be the first. Like, you know what I'm saying. You all know what I'm saying. Like,
if you're watching this, I don't associate with what he's trying to say. I don't know what he's trying to say, but it ain't.
He's not tiptoeing like you would expect somebody. So. Oh, let the record reflect. We do not find her to be a victim. I do not find her to be a victim in all of this. I don't. I find her to be a victim of her own desires. So, just like Asher's. Just like Asher's. Like, she's a victim of her own desire. Her and her Twitter feed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness.
No, but like, I'm so curious. This is like opened up so many questions for me.
I'm an open book. You can ask away as long as.
Okay, so there was no prep. There was no like rubbing your shoulders.
And from this point forward, you can't get on his ass for anything he asks, because she literally just said, I am an open book. You can ask anything. Like,
we're getting into the real Gooner material here, folks.
No.
There was no like getting you in the mood.
No, it just. He would literally say penis time, and then I'd drop my pants down and he would go to town.
Penis time!
It's Mighty Morphin Dick time. Dude, I'm sorry, but it's like, that's something you do in a loving relationship, to be like jovial and jokey and all that. You're just out here like, helicopter.
Yes, ma'am, Yes, ma'am, I'd like a little bit of penis time.
I'm about to split the Twin Towers. Like, that's the type of stuff you did. Like, oh man, that's wild. That's wild. Isn't he like the same age? Isn't he like the same age as her, or like younger or something like that? Like,
we're all like her. Linxs is definitely younger than me, but Bale I think is like 25.
So they're both younger than me.
Well, yeah, they're both younger than you, but they're about my. I think Bale is around my age.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh, it sounds like Bale's got even less. They just don't got that riz, that predatory riz.
Well, considering they have a rape fetish, yeah, no, they don't really.
Hey, you can't. Hold on. Kink shaming is okay. You can totally kink shame, but that doesn't necessarily mean a person doesn't have riz. This man's just out here like, hey, time to check out the installed pump. Like, let's go.
Listen, man. If like, I'm not. It's not kink shame. It's just like, if you gotta try to act like you're forcing yourself onto somebody, that's because you feel like you can't get yourself there without your words.
Yeah, there's a level of dominance in that. I mean, it's generally accepted if a woman has that fetish. It's generally looked at poorly if a man has that fetish. So
it means you're just weird. That means you just have control issues.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there's dominatrix for a reason too. There's dommy mommies for a reason too.
God, that's like the worst sex experience ever. Even for a guy. Like, what?
Wait until you hear about the sex doll that he would fuck next to me if I refused to have sex with him that night. If
Did you at least
stood up
use
for
lube on
myself.
that? Jesus Christ.
He likes it rough, bro. Probably put some sandpaper in there.
Well, I just can't imagine. Like Keem makes a good point there. He's like, it's not gonna suck just for you. It's gonna suck for him too. Yeah, yeah.
If you ain't ever gone in drive before, like, it ain't the best. It really ain't.
Nobody's having fun. Nobody's having fun. You're having fun with the idea of fun. Okay.
You're flirting with the idea of fun.
Bring out the sex doll and fuck it next to me. It was.
Why?
Because she wasn't giving up the box, so I don't understand how that's a win in him.
Lord.
For him.
You might as well just join. You might as well be a nun at this point.
It's weird because, like, I still have the desire and I still want to have sex, but, like, for the last 2 years, I thought I was asexual because, like, I didn't masturbate on my own, like, I wasn't interested in any of it, and I didn't realize until I broke up with him that he was the problem. Same, like, with my eating, why I looked so skinny, it was because I was starving myself so he wouldn't be attracted to me, but it didn't work. Like,
yeah, it's all legitimate victim mentality. Like, you're doing all of these things so that way you're doing these things, you're withering yourself away so that way that attraction is no longer there. But the problem is that with a predator, it's not about attraction, it's about dominance. It's about having control. So that's the unfortunate thing about it.
he would still be attracted to me or still essentially rape me for his pleasure.
Have you masturbated since?
The question everybody wants answered.
Goonstar.
Yeah. I was 98 pounds when we broke up, and I'm currently 100, and I think 4 right now. And we broke up 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago.
Bro, when I met Brantley, she was like 98 pounds or something like that, and I got her up to like 115. And
Well, that's because you just got her out of high school.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for, like 115. Because I want to look healthy. I want nothing more than to just look appealing, but I don't want to be appealing to someone like that.
Okay, well,
Anybody is going to look appealing to somebody like that. Anyone, as long as they have control over him. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can help you out right now. 1, that fucking nose ring that all these younger girls do
This one?
is hideous. Yes, that one. Get that fucking thing out of that is gross.
Definitely showing his age.
The one on the side, the little diamond, fine. That fucking thing.
I don't even know how to, like, take it off. It's like one of the, like, pinched ones. I'd have to, like, use a pair of pliers to get it off.
What
But
I'm saying
alright.
is, once I see that thing, I'm like,
If I ever had
oh,
a piercing
that's
that I
fucking
just can't
dyke.
take off at my own convenience like that, I wouldn't want it. That's just me on piercings though. Like if I can't remove it without using tools, I wouldn't want it. That's just
Yeah, I get that. But a lot of those are like what it is like it's you get the piercing and then they go into your nose, but then they close it so it doesn't like fall out or cut you or something like that. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Even though it's not, because it's like kind of in style now, it's like, bro, that is such a, I don't know. That's not.
That's fair. Everyone has their
But
thing.
But I'm old, like, so, you know, maybe younger guys will like that, but.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't
she
really
is
care for
21.
piercings, personally. I'm 26. That's showing my age. I'm sure I don't. A lot of people say I don't look it, but I personally piercings. I don't care about tattoos. Tattoos have always been fine with me, but piercings for me, like unless I don't find that attractive. But different strokes for different folks.
For me, it all depends on what it is, where it's at, you know, because like, yes, I like a girl with tattoos, but at the same time, I don't want her to look like a fucking picture, like a picture book. Like I don't want her to look like, and it also depends on the tattoo too. If I'm hitting it from the back, I don't want Mickey Mouse staring at me. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the.
If you're trying to kiss on your neck, you don't want to see a swastika.
Yeah, like, you know, so it's the same thing with piercings. Like, do I like earrings? Yeah, absolutely. I don't like when they touch your shoulder though. Like that's freaking creepy. In my opinion. Am I okay with a snake bite on the lip? Absolutely. Do I want to see a giant hole in your bottom lip? Not at all. So it really just depends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Me
got a
neither.
brand new fucking drink and it's already gone. I'm fucked up.
Oh
Well,
my
When
Lisa,
you're
God.
so
maybe you
drunk,
just
the
got
drinks just
drinking.
start to disappear.
Why is the rum
You
always
know,
gone?
that just gauges how drunk you know he was. Because let me tell you, when you're drunk and the drinks just start disappearing, you are sloshed, brother.
Yeah, you're fucked up. You ain't counting sips no more.
Fucking, you were wasted when I first
Oh
met
my
you.
God. I'm sorry.
When I first met you, when I first called, I think is what
You're
he
the
means.
only person to see me drunk. How does that make you feel?
Well, now,
Special.
however many people saw this video,
So soft though.
Couple of thousand.
whoa, yeah, over 1,000
Did you
people
say
have seen you
I'm
drunk.
still soft though?
I'm drunk. I was looking at my penis. Bear with me.
Jesus Christ.
I'm drunk. I was trying to think of
Filter is
joke
fully
and it didn't
gone.
land.
Jesus.
It landed in my head. Not in reality.
This really just sounds like a couple of friends who got some tension and are having a good time. Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said earlier. Like,
yeah,
it just.
it ain't, yeah. No.
I don't even think being a perv is a
No.
proper title.
Because if he's
This
being a
is-
perv, then she's being a perv too. Like,
Yeah.
this is literally for people who hate Keemstar. Like, let's just people who
For
hate
real.
him and simp for her. Like, straight up.
God. Okay, that
Oh, we're
was
fucked.
that just made me feel so much better.
Him talking about his limp dick in a joke made her feel better. Like, people.
Yeah, I was about to say, no.
Oh my goodness. I think we should cut it there. That's gonna be part 2 of this
Yeah.
call. We're at like an hour 20. There's still another fucking hour 40-ish left. So tune in for part 3, you guys, where it actually starts to get all goonery. Man, this is
He was just talking about a soft dick, and then you're telling me it gets more goonery?
yeah.
Secret, little side note, it gets worse.
It gets way worse, way more cringe festy. Oh man. Any final words, sir?
No, this is a good recording. But we're
Yeah,
just cutting the shit and reacting to Linxs and Keemstar cutting the shit with each other. It's what a world we live in.
Yeah, listen, if you expected us other coverage to be like anti-Keem, all for Linxs, we are always non-biased over here. Like, this is our interpretation of it. This is the way we feel about it. Maybe we had some dark jokes out there that you dislike. It is what it is, you know. Let us know.
Tell us what you thought in
Tell
the
us
comments.
what you think in the
Like,
comments. Yeah, if you disagree with us, cool. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. But as always, y'all.
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
And Keemstar seen Linxs. So.
Oh, fuck me.
As always,
Cut the
guys.
tape. Cut the tape.
Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Peace.